Hello, welcome to the channel. In this video, we're going to continue talking about programming errors. We'll just discuss the other errors that occur when we're trying to create a Java application. Previous videos we talked about the syntax error and just how to avoid it and what happens. You see when you misspell something, when you miss something, it does throw an error at you, generally letting you know you are messing up. So that the syntax error is just knowing the language and knowing how to use it properly. Now your runtime error is, we talked in our previous videos, that it's something that you won't really know 100%. There is, you can read up on it, you can read up on runtime errors, and you can kind of brief yourself more on things, that situations to avoid. Just one, for instance, here we did this already. There's no error to show you anything's wrong, like that syntax error shows you, but and everything seems fine. You run through your program and you go to test it, and it just, as it's running, it just completely crashes on you. And we see that this would be a runtime error. No real way of telling in the code. The IDE doesn't even know what's happening, but you try to divide by 0. Java won't do that. It just didn't get programmed. It didn't get designed to handle this. So on line 27, you try to divide by 0. Java is pretty good at letting you know what you're doing wrong. So that's, they'll at least give you that much. Try, not all the time is it bang on either. So you got your line 27, you try to divide by num, which is technically 0 here. So in this case, it's fairly simplistic to fix, and they do get a little bit trickier, and you might have to find little workarounds, or dig deeper into your code to understand why you're getting this to happen. For the most part, they're pretty avoidable, and they're not an overly huge concern. And one of the really big ones that these ones will drive you nuts. Okay, these ones are the logic errors, and this happens quite often. This is just making sure that everything you're doing is step by step. You think it out. You kind of piece things together, because you know what to do in a way, or not really know what to do, but you don't just stab or kind of go at it willy-nilly, in a sense, right? So if we have something as basic as I want to go 5 plus 5, and that's going to equal 10, and then I want to take 10, I want to multiply it by 2, and I want to 10 is 20, and I want to get to 2, I'll divide that by 10, and I just want to simply print that out. I should have the result has to be 2. The boss is looking for the result to be 2. So and you look through it, and logically, in your mind you said it was right, but oh no, you're getting 6. Oh, what's going on? I said 5 plus 5 is 10, and then 10 times 2 is 20, divided by 10 is 2. That's your logic problem. And 9 times out of 10 for me, I call this my this for me is the ID 10T error. Is 9 times out of 10 when I find it, I'm like, you idiot, right? I know I shouldn't say that to myself or whatever, but it's just something that usually you just miss something. You didn't look at it. You were flying through, and it does happen. You get into these really advanced things, advanced topics, and you're trying to work yourself through them, and you're just deadlines are coming, things are happening, you need to get this code out, people are breathing down your neck, and you're not thinking straight, you're just trying to muscle your way through it, and sometimes it just happens. And when you do find it, it's a great moment. You're just like, oh, you idiot, you just did that one little thing, right? That's normally they can be worked out. There is a tool that we're going to show you in a little bit here. I'm just going to walk you through one more. quick, this is a loop. We haven't really touched base on loops yet in the programming in our tutorial series here. If you're a programmer coming to watch this, or you have some knowledge of a loop, then you'll kind of know what's happening here, but I'm not expecting anybody to follow along or know what's going on at this point. So say you got something going on here, like you just want to take this result value and you want it to take 0, and you want to turn 0 into a 1 all the way up to 9. You want to add those numbers together, and 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 3 is 6, and all the way up until you finish the sequence, and your result should be at least 45. So here's two separate issues that I'll show you very quickly. Here's our problem. We want to just take x, and x is a number that's in this form here. It's starting off, we initialize it at 0, and we say while x is less than 10, we want you to keep running this little loop of code here, and every time we go in once, we do this little equation, we come back out, we check it again. X is now 1 because we came here at 0. We checked to see what it was. We incremented it by 1. We did this code. We come back around. We come to here. This is now 1. Is it still less? Yes. So then we knock it up to 2. We come over here again. It goes to 3. Is it still less than 10? Yes. It's now 4. Blah blah blah. Right. That's kind of the concept of a loop. So typically that's what we wanted it to do. This is going to be 0, then it's going to be 1, then it's going to be 2, and we hit run, and you're going to see our result is not going to be what we actually wanted it to be. It's only at 9 now, and we said that the output should be 45. So there's an issue here. So what we can do is, we didn't actually use our shorthand operator to continuously put this value in there. So now, okay, let's do that then, and that's fine. We'll run this now, and our output will be 45 this time, and you actually see it's 47 now. What's going on, man? We know this should be 45, but something's happening here. Let me do the math on this, and you can grab your little calculator out, and you went through it, and 0 plus 1 is 1, and 1 plus 2 is 3, and then 3 plus 3 is 6, and 4 plus 6 is 10, and you do this and you get to 45, and what the heck's going on here, but up here result was already stored with two in it. So oh wow, okay, you idiot, you overlooked that one. Let's just and that is kind of the it's a sad part of it. It's just how it works. I have it happen to me all the time, and it's it's just little things like that. Don't get discouraged by them. I'll show you some tools that'll help us, and you see now our result is actually 45. So yeah, just don't let these discourage you. These are the ones that are gonna give you these are gonna make you as a programmer. These are the ones that you're really gonna understand this programming language by the time you're done. To me, I like it. I kind of like them in a way. Some of them get pretty stressful, and you might just end up scrapping the code altogether and rewriting it. As long as you know what you're doing, you can work through them. So I'll show you a little tool and trick to kind of get us to that point, and we'll just recreate the problem that we were having earlier to kind of get there. But that's it for this video, and I hope I kind of outline these proper for you, and you do take something from this, and don't beat yourself up too hard if you're getting errors. Programming's all about errors. Really it is. It's how we take them and move forward from them and keep going that really makes us the programmer at the end of the day. So errors are always going to happen. Just fight through them. Know a little bit about how you can fight your way through them a bit. Give you a couple tools to fix that, and that's it. So hope you liked the video. Give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments, questions, or ideas for topics you'd like covered, just put them in the comment section below. You know, be sure to subscribe. I'm going to try to get lots of videos out there for you in different languages and just lots of content, so be sure to subscribe, and thanks a lot for watching, and catch you in the next video.